And a very warm welcome to the weekend edition of Wellbeing Wisdom. And if you're looking for one simple guiding principle that will make a huge difference to the quality of your life, I'd like to share a simple idea with you that's often overlooked. And it's summed up in two words: be kind. It's always the simple ones that tend to have the deepest impact. But it's a beautiful principle that has a number of implications for us. Let's look at a couple of them right now. This notion of being kind is encapsulated in many faiths, religions, and philosophies because we are all deeply connected to one another. We're socially dependent creatures. We are very much defined by the quality of our relationships with our fellow creatures. But the notion of being kind suggests that we have developed a deeper, warmer, more supportive approach to the people around us. But of course, it's reflexive. It doesn't apply simply to our nearest and dearest, to our colleagues, the people we meet. It applies to everyone, including yourself. And I think this is a wonderful thing to remember, that if we're going to put a neon sign up on a wall to remind you of one core behavior that can change your life, it has to be the notion of being kind and gentle with yourself. In fact, if you can encourage this attitude of being understanding, forgiving, kind and gentle with yourself, that's likely to impact on your relationships with the people around you. It's a very powerful, far reaching concept. And if we can adopt this particular attitude, it's going to ripple out and influence the quality of our relationships. I'm not suggesting that we have to adopt some artificial form of sainthood, some crazy notion of perfection, which really doesn't exist. It's just about practicing the kind of mindfulness that helps you to choose behaviors that are more supportive, choose attitudes which are more helpful, both to yourself and the people around you. I would suggest that there isn't enough kindness in our world. And if you really want this place to improve, to move on, to be a better experience for everyone to share, I think it begins with your heart today, right now, in simply looking for ways in which you can express the basic concept of kindness. It's empathy, it's understanding. It's sometimes just a smile, it's sometimes just a moment where you can listen and show somebody that they're not alone, that you do understand them. And this is one of the fundamental strands that underlies our health and our well-being. There's an enormous amount of distress in the world. People are feeling lonely, isolated, ignored, most of the time invisible. And you, as you tread along life's pathway, you might be able to share some beautiful moments of empathy, understanding, kindness, perhaps with a smile or a gesture, perhaps something more significant. But please don't underestimate the power of your presence in the world. If you want to make it a better place, be part of the revolution that introduces a warmer, kinder, more caring attitude to yourself as well as the people you encounter. It begins with you. I want you to look in the mirror and smile more often. Learn to accept yourself. We're all a work in progress. Put aside the negative judgments. Learn to be kinder. It is not self-indulgence. It's a way of removing a lot of the internal resistance that gets in the way of our progress. A kinder, more gentle, perhaps a more realistic approach can help us to advance more smoothly, maybe more quickly, as if it's a race. But the idea of introducing kindness into your daily repertoire of behaviors is going to make a difference. It's just like dropping a pebble in a pond. You might not always be aware of how those ripples spread out and touch other lives, but that's how we're connected. And when you realize that you do have the power, the choice to drop ripples of kindness into the world, you can make a difference, even when life is being difficult, even when you feel it's being unfair, even when you're facing challenges. That core element of kindness can be a beautiful source of confidence, calm, a way of expressing your real potential. I'd love to know what you think, and it's always wonderful when you share your comments. And in the meantime, please allow me to wish you a wonderful weekend.